Going back to Montreal, really kind of our home away from home for Stevenson Motorsports. The last 2 seasons we've been victorious there, so we're always excited to go back. They've really given our team a boost to run into the final run of the season and let us finish up strong both the last 2 years. So we're excited to get back there and try and make it 3 in a row. Last year was a difficult race for us because of the weather. The weather rolls in very quickly into Montreal and into that track. So you got to really keep your eyes on the sky. And the strategy call last year is really what won us the race, because it started raining after the first stint. I started the first stint in the dry with dry tires, and then it started to rain as Robin got in the car. But our call from Mike Johnson was to stay on slicks, and we ran the entire finish of the race with those slick tires, and it made it very difficult and very nerve-wracking for Robin because the conditions were just so bad, but he was able to hang on, and that ultimately led to our victory there. So strategy plays a big role on a track like that. Again, we don't have a lot of time to practice, so you've got to make sure you make the right calls with the car and practice sessions, and then the right calls strategy-wise in the race.
That was a great strategy. They know exactly when the rain was coming back. They just forced me to stay out, and they were like talking on the radio with me, and they said, "Don't worry, Max, just you can do it, you can do it." I was telling them, "No, I can't," and they convinced me to stay out, and we won the race.
Well, I'm really looking forward to going back there because it's a great facility, and I've been racing there ever since the Atlantic days. So there's a huge amount of Canadian fan support, and it's the closest race for me to home. So I'm really looking forward to going there and trying to get a strong result in my home country.
Montreal is the only Canadian event, so in some ways it's my home event. Being from Alberta, it's a long ways away, but the Montreal fans are really into racing. They're very supportive. I mean, I think it's the best place on our schedule for racing and just for racing interest, racing atmosphere. They're just so supportive. I enjoy going every year.
With the finish that we had there in 08, the closest in series history, was pretty awesome for the team. First victory for the team, and being on home soil was pretty cool. And obviously, you know, you get great racing fans in Montreal. They absolutely love it. I think it's probably our best crowd of the year, and it'll be good. We get family and friends out to cheer us on and keep pushing to try and get a win this year.
It's much more like a street course. It's really challenging because there's not much room for air because you've got the walls surrounding the whole circuit. So from the driver's standpoint, it's really challenging because you really have to push the limit without making a mistake, otherwise you pay a huge penalty.
It's fun to race on a lot of different types of circuits, and Montreal's very unique in its layout. Got a lot of really tight corners, obviously a lot of long straights, which in these cars are a lot of fun. You really stretch the legs of the motors, and you know, you get that really neat hairpin at the end when you got to basically stop the car, get it turned, and then down that long back straightaway. It's a lot of fun. It's high speed. It's great fans. It's you know, it's where you want to be racing.